Hi everybody, this is Boog-S Reviews, and today I'm going to be doing a review on the Marvel Legends Ebony Maw figure. So, Ebony Maw doesn't come with any accessories, he just comes with the left leg of the Thanos Build-A-Figure. So now let's hop on straight into this review, since he doesn't come with any accessories. So taking a look at this head sculpt, Hasbro really outdid themselves on this head sculpt. It just looks so good. I think a lot of that is the wash or the dry brushing they did. I can't tell which it is. I want to say maybe it's a dry brushing. But either way, they did that over all of his head, and it just brings out so much of the details. And even his eyes are painted pretty good. Well, it uses that printing tech. But they're not spotty like most of them are. Maybe it's because his pupils are so big that you really can't mess that up. His lips are really glossy, which is kind of odd. But overall, doesn't really bother me that much. And the hair is also sculpted good and has a wash over it, which brings out the details, but it is not accurate. His hair is up a lot higher on his head, and it's more, it's like stringy. Which I know that would probably be hard to capture in plastic, but yeah, the hair isn't that accurate. By me, it really doesn't bother me that bad. This is an amazing figure. Now, on his neck, for some reason, Hasbro decided to use the printing tech to bring out the details instead of a wash or dry brush or whichever, like they did on his head sculpt. It's really weird that they chose the printing tech for his neck there instead of painting it on like this. I think painting it on looks so much better. And if they would have used that printing tech to do this, I don't think it would have looked as nice. I think it looks nice because it's the wash and doesn't use that print tech. So looking at his outfit here, he has some gold detailing and a little bit of sculpting to his armor right here. And the rest of him, he has a lot of sculpt detail to him as well because he has this texturing to his suit. And it is all over. And it's sculpted really nicely. And the gold is a little bit spotty, but it's nothing bad. Not as bad as some of the other figures I've reviewed. Now, he does have some weird marks on him. Like right here, he has gold. And on his back, it's more noticeable. Like right there, he has 2 spots. And on his tunic right here, which is what I've talked about, Hasbro should have used for Ronin because it is a very pliable plastic. Like, he can kick forward all the way, even with this tunic on. And that's not something you usually get with figures with tunics. It usually hinders the articulation. But right here, I don't know if you can tell, but there's some gray paint that missed its mark right there. And there's some right there as well. And his tunic right here keeps popping out of the side. And if you can see, it should be pegged all the way in there. You should be able to just poke it back in there. But anytime you move the figure around, as you can see, it's going to pop it out right there. So, I will probably glue that down just because that's a pretty simple fix. And looking at his hands, they also did that nice wash over his hands. I think it just looks really good. Like, it almost looks textured. It's not textured, it's just the paint detail, but that's how good it looks, is that his skin almost looks textured. And there are his rings, and they're pretty simple, but they're painted on pretty nicely. I like how this hand, you get the gesturing hand. I wish he would have had 2 gesturing hands. Like he would have had another right hand that looked like this one instead. This one kind of being not really relaxed, but I wish he would have came with an alternate pair of hands. And then there are his boots. And it's done in a sparkly gunmetal color. It looks pretty nice though. And as I said, he has that texturing that continues throughout his outfit, especially right here on his pants. So now let's go over the articulation for him. So he can look back all the way, but then you get some serious gappage right there. Also, his hair does hinder what you can do because it is very hard. It is a separate piece, and you could probably pop it off. I'm thinking of popping it off and trying to make him some new hair. I don't know, not sure what I'll do yet. Like I said, it's not really anything too major. He He can look down. I forgot the he can look down part. He can look down all the way. He can move his head side to side. He has ball-jointed shoulders that can move out all the way. He has swivel at the bicep. And when you move it, it does look funny. Like, when it's like that, it doesn't look bad. But then you move it to the side there, and you get that kind of ugly joint. And again, it really doesn't bother me that bad, but it does look funny. He has double-jointed elbows that can bend in all the way. He has swivel at the wrist that can move side to side and up and down. He has ball-jointed diaphragm that can move back all the way. And can't really crunch forward all the way for him being able to move back that far. But he can move side to side. He has ball-jointed hips that can do a complete split. He can kick forward all the way. He can kick back just a little bit. He has swivel at the thigh, double-jointed knee, and the double-jointed knee is just a little stiff. But you can get it moving that far. He has swivel at the ankle that can move down all the way, up all the way, and he has an ankle rocker. So the articulation on him is really nice. So now, let's do some size comparisons here. Let's get him in this kind of a pose. Okay, so for some size comparisons, I will be comparing him to all of the children of Thanos, the Black Order. But first up, here he is next to Doctor Strange. Doctor Strange is kind of your standard 6-inch figure, and Ebony Maw is a lot taller than him. He is just a really tall figure. And I'm glad he was $20, because usually Hasbro tends to charge a little more, you know, for figures. Well, not really for bigger figures, just like Archangel was just a little bit bigger and took up a little more of the packaging, and he was $30, or was it $35? So I'm surprised he wasn't a deluxe figure. I'm surprised they didn't make him like a deluxe figure. Okay, so now I'm going to try to get all of the Black Order in the frame here. I did move my camera up just a little bit so you could see Cole Obsidian there. And honestly, I thought Ebony Maw was a little too tall, but compared to Ebony Maw, Cole Obsidian, not Ebony Maw. But compared to Cole Obsidian, he is still small. So they scale pretty good together. Let's try and get him to stand there. There. Here he is next to Proxima Midnight. And finally, here he is next to Corvus Glaive. I think the size difference is pretty good on all of them. And I am so excited to finally complete the Black Order, because we had to wait a year for Corvus Glaive and Ebony Maw. We had Cole Obsidian and Proxima Midnight last year. So now the team is finally complete, and I couldn't be happier. This Ebony Maw figure is just awesome. He is a really big figure. He doesn't come with any accessories, but the paint detail on him is really nice. So I would highly recommend him. So that's my review. If you like this review, be sure to hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching.